wherever you are in different countries, in different time zones. Wishing you all a very, very happy Diwali 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, this year the happy Diwali is altogether different, which we have to take into considerations because right from the month of March, the whole world has suffered, and in India also, people have gone through very difficult times. A lot of people had to be displaced. They had to leave their working places, move to their hometowns. At the same time, as per the UNESCO and as per the world statistics, 1.86 billion children away from schools, colleges, universities, institutions, polytechnics, ITI, skill centers, and a couple of other places. So in this particular Diwali, that is on 14th of November 2020, from the International Chamber for Service Industry, while extending the warm greetings and heartfelt greetings and wonderful blessings and good days ahead for everybody, and while praying to Almighty for your good health and your good wellness, this Diwali, let us come together, let's be together, let's have this Diwali little different way. Although this message I wanted to bring on the last slide, but however, at the initial page itself, while extending a very warm welcome to all of you today on a happy Diwali day, we know like doctors, nurses, paramedical people, they have done wonderful job during this lockdown in India, abroad, wherever they are. At the same time, teachers, particularly principals and trainers, technocrats, uh, the platform providers for the seamless connectivity wherever it's possible. Teachers have done wonderful job. They are great warriors, like doctors. The entire education fraternity world over, and particularly when I talk about India to our brothers and sisters, the entire machinery has done a commendable job. Ministry of Education, state government education departments, and respectable people, those are associated with schools, colleges, universities, institutions, polytechnics, ITIs, skill centers, competency centers, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and a couple of other, those are directly or indirectly associated. They have done a remarkable job. So we would like to send our best wishes, greetings, and blessings to every teacher, whosoever is associated world over in the education ecosystem. You all are wonderful people, you're great warriors, and God has sent you as a special messenger. And let me share with you, if you're in education profession, you're specially gifted by the God, because this is one profession where you learn, you relearn, you upscale yourself, you rescale yourself. Whatsoever has to be done, you empower yourself every moment, every day. Now, let me share some concern, some slides, because we have got some challenges ahead. Now, during this particular lockdown, some wonderful things have also been done, which our chamber appreciates, and some requests we would like to share with all of you. From International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI, which is in your service since 1994, we extend once again a great and a very warm greetings and best wishes to everybody. Now, India always believes in Vasudev Kutumbakam, whether you are in India or you are overseas, because our chamber deals more with the non-resident Indians, Indian diaspora. There are more than 30 million Indians. Those are in different countries, different continents, different time zones, different working environments, different health conditions, and they are passing through difficult and their own kind of a times, whatever they have got. But India believes our civilization, our heritage, and हमारे पूर्वजों ने, they have always taught us that the whole world is one family. It's a Vasudev Kutumbakam, and that's what we would like to take on. Heartiest congratulations to Honorable Prime Minister of India, heartiest congratulations to Honorable Education Minister of India, and all the stakeholders, those are in education system. We would like to send you our warm greetings and best wishes. You people have done wonderful job on 29th of July 2020. during this pandemic, during this coronavirus time, I would say it must have been a very difficult task to go through each and every document and bringing it into the perspective, futuristic, forward looking, which is going to be, I mean to say, applicable for years to together, where children are going to get. Because education is the base, it is the platform onto which the whole civilization grows, whole humanity grows, the peace of the world grows. Peace and prosperity, when you talk about education, is a passport to peace. It's so important. So the new education policy, while extending our best wishes and greetings and congratulations to everybody in India, those are dealing in the education system, this new education policy, which is now moving to the next stage where the deliberations and celebrations and congratulations and everything is going on now, and where people are deliberating and discussing how this is to be implemented. National curriculum framework and a couple of other things, the contents, and then one of the most important challenges, the teachers' empowerment. That is also which we have to take into consideration. You need qualified teachers, you need skilled teachers, you need upgraded teachers, you need multitasking teachers, you need technology savvy teachers. And hats off to all of you because I come from the armed forces background. I salute all of you. Teachers have done a remarkable job during this particular pandemic. I'm going to say it's phenomenal. It's a great work which you all have done. So wonderful job. Arts, commerce, science, now no separate departments, compartments, something right from the sixth class onward, vocational coming, competencies coming, skills coming, children going to the corporate houses. At the same time, children learning coding, and then children having now so many new options coming up. And it used to be called earlier curricular activity, extracurricular activity, co-curricular activity. Now, and everything is the integral part of the education system. Wonderful, great, heartiest congratulations. Now, another good thing for India, because India is the youngest nation, youngistan, when you talk about Bharat jo hai, there you have got now the young children, young boys and girls. They are the future. They will bring change. They will bring remarkable change. And they will build a new India, future, wonderful Bharat. And when we look at it, almost about approximately 500 million plus youth in the age bracket of 5 to 24. Imagine what kind of an opportunity India holds, a wonderful. And the present scenario, when we talk about total number of schools in India, when we talk about 1.5 million, when we talk about total number of school teachers in India, 9.5 million, then total number of students approximately in schools and higher education, when you talk about, and that is about 260 million, and approximately 37.4 million students enrolled in higher education. Total number of higher education institutions, when we talk about 40,000 colleges and 1,000 universities. And then India is inviting now foreign universities to come to India and to set up their campuses from the offshore. Why Indians should travel abroad? India was Vishwaguru, and you remember Takshila, Vikramshila, and Nalanda. What are universities? World over, the people used to come to India to study over here. The time is going to come, because the cycle is moving and time is moving. And once again, Punah, India will become Vishwaguru. And at the same time, our recommendation which we have made to Government of India is we should invite the best brains from the world. They should come for a short duration assignment. They should come for some time to India. They should take up some kind of a task, empower the Indian education system, whether school or colleges or university or vocational or skills or competencies or technology or innovation. And at the same time, when they will come to India, they will bring a lot of innovation and networking with them. And the research is also very important, and something very interesting that the new education policy now talks about research in a great way. When we talk about total number of educators in higher education, 1.45 million. So I think what we need is now the time has come, this corona has taught, when you have moved out of the classroom and there's a blended learning, there's a flip learning, there's a technology based learning, there's a flip learning, whatsoever name you want to call it, India will never ever, rather the world will never ever get back to January, February, what it used to be. So once we have moved on now, let's move forward. Let's move ahead. What was to come in next 8 years, 10 years, it has come in 6 months. So I think it's a great blessing in disguise when you talk about it. So when we talk about this coronavirus lockdown period, and NCRT, which is responsible for school education, they have given some stats which I saw on the CNBC 18, that approximately 80% of the students, they depend on the mobile phone learning. And then during the higher education also, different modes have been adopted, and they are trying to provide the seamless connectivity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of central government, they are doing their best in India, and under the dynamic, dedicated leadership of the Prime Minister, Education Minister, and technical, technology, electronic minister, skill minister, they all are doing wonderful job. All the ministries are doing great job, and we have also, from our chamber, in a very humble way, taken the steps where we are getting the non-resident Indians every Sunday to speak on the platform. Don't forget, today is Saturday when you are celebrating Diwali in India. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., you will have a confluence of the best brains of the world. And every Sunday, join us at 8 p.m. You can have a special program. And if the frequency is needed, then we will have a special program on Saturday evening at 8 p.m. also. So that we would decide how to move on. But we are trying to bring in more and more expertise of the Indians from abroad to Indian soil. And that's what we would like to take it to Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Education Minister, and all other education fraternity. Now, when we talk about digital divide, ladies and gentlemen, the government is trying to do it best whatsoever they can. At the same time, there are a lot of challenges what we have got, particularly children. Those are in tribal areas, those are in far-flung areas, those are in the remote areas, those are into the border areas, and they are into difficult terrain areas. Mountains are there, and rough and rigors and rigmaroles of the terrains are there. A couple of things are there. So digital divide, when we talk about, that's a big challenge. At the same time, another study which we got from the NCRT, at least 27% of the students, they do not have an access to smartphone. So when you talk about 27%, it's a sizable figure. I would request my all Indian corporate, those are watching this particular program, and all my Indian diaspora, non-resident Indian, those are watching this particular program, that 27% approximately children are away at present to get this need-based education online, which is to be given to them. While 28% students, parents, they have conveyed that they have a lot of technical, that means electricity failures are there, irregular supply sometime is there and all. It may be because of location, it may be because of terrain, it may be because of a couple of places which has got some specific challenges, but that's what is the scenario, what we have got over there. Now, Government of India is trying its level best, and the other day we heard from Chamber that new television channels will be coming through now, which will be dedicated channels, and they will take on from class 1 to class 12th all kind of an educational programs. At present also, by all possible modes and all possible platforms, the government is trying. I mean, it's a hats off to Ministry of Education. They are doing a remarkable job, and they're trying to reach out to every child, and they are trying to empower every teacher. And I think our chamber, non-resident Indians, and corporate, we all have to play a very important role in hand holding, because we should not expect everything from the government all the times, and every time we push the government and we pass on a couple of things to the government only, whether a union government or a state government. Let's do our responsibility also, what we can do in a very humble way. And when we talk about digital divide, it comes to a big concern at this point of time, how to basically reach out every child, that they should have the connectivity, they should have basic mobile phone, and they should have a basic facility so that they can learn the best possible way. So I think when we talk about India's flag, India's Tiranga, when we talk about as an Indian, proud Indian, and privileged Indian, and privileged corporate or privileged urban citizen, those are we are there. I think this is a time that we all should get together. Let's do the hand holding of the government and let's do the best possible way. And I would tell very strongly over here, no direct money to be given to anybody. No direct money to be given to anybody, whether NGO or a private chamber or anybody. No, no money is required. No money, nobody to give. But like it happens, because I come from the armed forces background and I understand when there are floods, there is a relief fund. When there's a war, there is a relief fund. When there is some other kind of a natural calamity, difficulty, problems, so lot of challenges keep coming in life. So that time there are special funds by the government, and our chamber very strongly recommends that Ministry of Education, Government of India, should develop one corpus fund, and that corpus fund should be utilized. There should be a proper accountability of that, and irrespective of you want to give 10 rupees, you want to give 100 rupees, you want to give 1,000 rupees, you want to give anything whatsoever you want to dedicate. But government should work out a system that we should try and provide the basic mobile phone to every child. At the same time, Ministry of Electronics, Government of India is trying to provide the best of the bandwidth wherever it is possible. So I think the combination of all these things coming together, we will be in a position to remove the digital divide. And e-learning will become further stronger. And India is already the second largest consumer of the data. And when we talk about e-learning, and after United States, when we talk about it, I think India has got the largest consumers and utilization of e-learning, what we have got in the world today. So thereby, I think the basic gadget and basic equipment, basic apparatus, that is to be given to every child, and what NRIs can do and what Indian corporate can do. A very humble appeal I would like to make on Diwali's day. Look, I would say we all have got our own parameters. We all have got our own priorities. We all have got our own mental makeups and concepts. But then something which we can do as a social audit, something very interesting, and that is that the 2% of the CSR activity which you spend on various activities, can that be dedicated for next 5 years exclusively for education empowerment? Because government of India is thinking that 6% of the GDP should come to new education policy, which has been given on 29th of July 2020. Let's work out a strategy. Let's work out a system. And if we can have all the corporate for next 5 years to start with, let's give our 2%, what we have to give as a CSR. It should go to education empowerment. There should be more innovation. There should be more research. There should be more startups. There should be more self-employment. There should be more entrepreneurs and this venture capitalists, and others. Those want to come and those want to invest. Come on, do the hand holding. Today, you do not know a 14-year-old child, boy and a girl, they can do wonders on this particular planet. They can do wonder. Give them an opportunity. I think elders have to give an opportunity to these younger children, and corporate houses, you have to do the hand holding of the children because they need empowerment. And at the same time, I would also say that sizable money has to be spent on teachers' empowerment, because teachers got to be well equipped. Teachers got to be taco savvy. Teachers got to now upskill, they have to upscale and upskill themselves, because that is something very important. The biggest challenge will come is that at certain places, children will be knowing more than teachers because they have time, they have an access, they are taco savvy. These millennials have got a lot of knowledge. And then at the same time, the corporate now also are setting up their own universities, their own colleges, their own schools, their own institutions. And once corporate are having all that, and they all the time convey that there's a skill gap. They always say what is coming from a college or a university or an institution is not employable directly, is to be upskilled. And already government of India, it's fantastic. The NSDC and then the sector skill council, then the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. I think Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India, all the sector skill councils, like we are doing nowadays with the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council. Before that, we have done the programs with the health sector, then the wellness sector, then we have done the entrepreneur, sector of Sector Skill Council, and now we are with the media entertainment because everybody wants to enjoy education. That part is very important because this digital technology has brought a big revolution and challenges. So thereby, the corporate, Indian corporate, we would make a humble request to you. Let us do the hand holding and let us work out this particular Deepavali. Instead of too much of money being spent on the crackers and all the kind of a things that exhaust within half an hour, that goes within 1 hour. Let's light the lamp of knowledge, of wisdom, of education, and whatsoever best we can do. And do it your way, do it your will. Whatsoever you enjoy, you do it that way. But I think we should do directly with the Ministry of Education. A lot can be done in that because a couple of good things can be done. And what non-resident Indians can do, because our chamber is deeply dedicated with the non-resident Indians world over, almost in all the countries, wherever Indians are. It started in 1994 and we have come a long way. And I personally feel non-resident Indians can see they are already doing for FDI, FII. They're doing a lot for the India and they've got so much of love. I have touched their hearts. I have stayed with them. I've traveled all these years, last 30 years. So when I look back, I personally feel non-resident Indians' expertise in research, in innovation, in empowering education, and particularly bringing technology back home. And then at the same time, their networking, their contacts, that all bringing home. Why not on the experimental basis, Government of India initially should think about, let's bring the 100 best brains of the world across the world from the different countries. I'm not talking from one particular country or one particular continent. No, let's get the best brains across from the entire world and get them to India. Get them on a short assignment, about 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever you feel. Let them bring their research, innovation, networking, and all. Let them help in empowering Indian education ecosystem. So that part is also very important, which we would like to share, we would like to discuss, and we would like to make a very humble appeal to our brothers and sisters, the non-resident Indians, those are world over, they are doing great job, and all Indians, those are in India, do join us, Indian Standard Time, 8 p.m. every Sunday. That is, tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Do join us and watch what NRIs carry emotions and what concern they got for India. They want to do a lot for India. It's up to India how we can involve them, how we can take them. And there are a couple of questions which we would like to take on further. But today is Diwali. We will keep coming to you. We will keep coming to you again and again with an appeal that the Indian corporate houses and the non-resident Indians, they got to empower every child in entire India, irrespective, north, south, east, west. And when I talk about east, particularly the northeast part of India, which is near the ASEAN. And at the same time, when I talk about north, I talk about Jammu and Kashmir, Leh, Ladakh, all that area, because I have traveled, I have worked in the army, and I understand that. So thereby, I would request each one of us, let's get together, let's move together, let's empower Indian education system, let's do the hand holding of all the stakeholders from the government of India, those are in the education ecosystem. And at the same time, we also would like to, while joining the hands, only 3 words. At my age, I have to only give, I have not to take anything. Children plus education, and that is equivalent to empowerment. And we got to come together, and three words, they carry so much in my mind, my cerebrum, and my shake-up system. That is make education relevant. And in the process, making education relevant. So all of us, let's get together. And I strongly believe, our chamber strongly believes, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe. It's very important statement. Napoleon Hill book, you must read the audio book, video book. It's available on the YouTube. Whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. If today on a Diwali day, all of us, we get together and we take a pledge that we got to empower the Indian education system, nothing can stop. India will become Punah Vishwaguru. Bharat will become India. That means Bharat, Bharat, Bharat will become Punah Vishwaguru. Let's come together, making education relevant. It's a confluence of educators, motivators, technocrats, counselors, wellness experts, corporate, government administrators, decision makers. All of us, we are together. International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI, extends you a very warm welcome. Should you wish to be a panelist, should you wish to send any suggestion, we have got an email listed over here, innovation@icsi.asia. Should you wish to send a WhatsApp, 73411 in India, you're more than welcome to send your suggestion. We look forward to working with you, whether you are Indian corporate or you're non-resident Indian, or anybody for that matter, whosoever wants to empower the education ecosystem. We extend you a very warm welcome on this Diwali. Let's join hands, let's be together, let's work together, and let's empower every child. Nobody to be deprived of education. Education accessibility has to go to everyone. And we have to empower first our teachers, then we have to empower our youth. With these words, wishing you all a great Diwali, happy Diwali, wonderful Diwali, pragmatic Diwali, futuristic Diwali, and wellness Diwali. Because your wellness is more important than anything else. And remember one thing, Tim Grover, that is in United States, he says, you got to be mentally strong, your body will physically follow. When you're mentally strong, nothing will go wrong with you. We devote all the time in the gym on our body, but mentally we remain weak. So start devoting time on your mind. Mentally become robust, mentally become strong. You'll find everything and anything is achievable.